at the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Coach told me this hostile environment is going to be a big challenge today. He is very concerned about this crowd. It is a tough place to play, and with this home crowd, he knows that this is going to be one of their biggest challenges so far of the season. Can they get an upset on the road with this crowd noise, with this environment? He says his team has to stay locked in and focused to make it happen on the road today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Tar Heels offense will take the field first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns it. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
Calls his own number. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up fourth down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. So Pittsburgh's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, but the question, can they even stop him?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And it just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. You're like, sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure, and because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes, and so
finding some room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Ready to fire from the pistol. On the delay, it's Turner. Stopped in. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Yates. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the change, but there is a man still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Takes the handoff. It's Turner. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They give it to him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, in that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after they catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up fourth.
On target. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. He leaves it with the back. There's some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium.
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the...
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Panthers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good.
Pittsburgh, 6. North Carolina, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Backed up now, here's second and long. Sends it back in motion. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow. The confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal. The rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this one.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A sack on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. The give on the counter. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They're looking to throw on second and short. Working on the right. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12. The Panthers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. It's Turner. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Edwards. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
They'll need about 6 here on second down from the 20. Looking to fire. He's got him. Jumped on top of the pile.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver. Just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy. And I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Syracuse, taking on the number 19 team, the Virginia Cavaliers.
And the Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
I caught up with the Panthers head coach. This home crowd is fueling their running game. Every single time the running back gets the rock, they are going crazy. The ground game has been good, and they're going to continue to ride the momentum of this home crowd.
Appreciate that, Holly. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything.
Kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. Looking for space. It's Turner. On the move at the 30. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Smith. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He'll set up to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And you see this more and more in college football. More guys going for it, and they try to throw it here, and you got so many plays you want to work, and sometimes plays off of plays, but unsuccessful with the pass, just missed on that route.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Gets it out quickly. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. That's the end of the period, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Ship. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Tar Heels are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The corners are walked up tight. The RPO, it's complete. And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be 4th down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. Great place to start for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Wide receiver going in motion. Nice move there. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's right. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Pittsburgh will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Stepping to the right. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters.
Pulls it in down the sideline. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Edwards. That's caught. It's Ship. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Unloads to the wideout. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Man, you cannot say enough about this defense. The whole game, start to finish, playing so good, limiting big plays, doing everything they needed to do, Palmer, to get the shutout, and most importantly, finish the game right here.
You know, this defense is different, David, I think in a lot of ways. This is their...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. A live look at Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Alumni Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Boston College Eagles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Nestled into a beautiful neighborhood in Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Boston College is home to the Alumni Stadium. Seating 44,000, this is a petite but beautiful stadium in the ACC. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Panthers offense will have the football first. And here comes the sophomore running back. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. Running inside, it's Turner. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. So Boston College's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes the junior quarterback to get things into gear. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one. The run inside. It's Dickens. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
I think to be a good 3rd down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these 3rd and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to you.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead.
Maybe some room here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Ray. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's McKenzie. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Offense facing fourth down.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Boston College will send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Guys, let's talk for just a second about Pittsburgh. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference. Early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Effective draw plays in the running game really begin with the quarterback. The quarterback's got to be a great salesman. You got to really make the defense think it's pass. You keep your eyes focused downfield till the last possible second, turn around and hand it off. And by that point, the defensive ends have rushed way upfield, and there's less bodies for the running backs to have to maneuver around before finally moving forward.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down. nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Punt is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And these first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. We'll put some points up on the board.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Dickens. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Had to throw it before he wanted. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
How about this defense not getting fooled? Second and inches, a lot of times it can be a run. The offense stays aggressive, so does the defense. Now gets them in a third and longer situation. This defense did a great job on that play.
They'll send the back in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on second down. Dangerous throw there. This knocked down and incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Pitt calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Finds his man. It's Yates. And that's the final timeout for Pitt. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time to get off a play before we head to halftime. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Stopped in the backfield as his defense doesn't want to let anything slip through here late in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's start with Memphis taking on the number 21 team, the Tulane Green Wave. And it's the Tigers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. And now over to your game at Alumni Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Fires to the big fella. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. No fair catches here, looking for room. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Kent. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And they can't make the connection on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Got a little space. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. Here's a heat. On the move and looking. Nice move to keep running. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back. play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
Boston College will send out the punt team. Takes it on the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, though.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Kent. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got his man in the middle. That ought to be enough. Hit the first down. Defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off play action. Finds his man. It's Yates. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. To the ground. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's right. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. The Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Maybe a crease. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Panthers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to run, it's right. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll run the screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Timeout is called with just a single second left. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! What a way to finish the comeback! They were left for dead, and they came back and win it with a walk-off field goal. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games, and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. A live look at Hard Rock Stadium. EA Sports College Football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Pittsburgh Panthers and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he has challenged his team to come out and get off to a quick start. The reason this home crowd can be so dominant, they are unbeaten in ACC play. And he said this is where we show that we can be the conference champs, but it starts in this opening drive. He said if our crowd is loud, energetic, and making it difficult on the opponents, that's where we gain our edge here today at home. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Compton. Couldn't find room for the big play. He stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab. It's Fletcher. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Caves are marching down the field. Might as well give it to him again. Got a little grass. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run play action. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. They'll move the wide receiver. On the ground with the counter.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Lofton.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Unloads quickly. Could not make his way to the corner. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quick release by the QB. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Off the play fake. Got his man on the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now on the move. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Canes!
And how about that drive to start the football game? Like, you want to not give up points? Don't give the other team the football. They held it the whole first quarter. Now they punch it in. They've shortened this game and done the most important thing. Put 6 on the board.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. So the Pitt Panthers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And standing in the way is one of the best defensive lines in the country.
And if we're just being honest, this is every offensive coordinator and quarterback's worst nightmare. When you've got an offensive line with a lot of inexperienced young players and freshmen going up against the D-line, David, with this type of talent, with this type of experience and explosiveness, they chew up O-lines and spit them out daily, and you know they're licking their chops.
Bro, it's funny how you look at it from the offensive perspective, and immediately defensively, I'm like, it's hunting season. Like, we're going hunting, and here's the thing, we're going to find those freshmen up front. Like, that's the matchups that we got to make sure we dominate. So a great defensive line against some tough matchups on this offensive side.
And the Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And obviously it's still early in this football game, but after giving up a touchdown on the first drive and then coming out, like, the worst thing you can do as an offense is go 3 and out and put your defense right back on the field. So that was a big 3rd down to kind of settle them down and give them some more opportunities.
On the draw, it's Turner. Quick spin on the ride. Makes it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires a ball. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks in the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Throwing, Mensah. Fires downfield. Working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Hurricanes have taken it inside the 20. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. So Miami, they'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. He's got it on the right. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere pay dirt. And the Canes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Miami! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's the final timeout for Pitt. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Got enough for the 1st. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Here's Mensah to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Fletcher. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the run, it's Fletcher. There's a little room there. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific 2nd half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors. And the Canes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Robinson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. We check in with Holly Rowe.
The Panthers head coach told me at halftime they have found some positives here during this 3-game win streak, but right now, trailing in this game, their backs are against the wall. They get an opportunity here to start the 3rd quarter with some more momentum, and he said, we can't worry about the win streak, we just have to worry about doing our job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. That's reeled in. It's Lee. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The run inside. It's Turner. Picks up the 1st down. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. right back to the well. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackle.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds a tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He was trying to get that return going instead. He'll hand it to his offense at the 38. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Mensah makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. This defense will try to force a fourth down on third and short from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Keeps it on the draw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Caught in the backfield, it's Lee. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
On target over the middle. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. Hit right back to the line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The play action fake. Here's the pressure. Buried before he complete.
And the big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they can't make the connection.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Working the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And obviously, guys, this drive is critical. You're down. You've got to score. So with a couple of timeouts in your pocket, man, like, that changes the whole dynamic of this 2-minute drill. Like, I can work the whole field. And here coming up on third down, man, don't be scared to do that. Don't be scared to run it. Don't be scared to throw a screen to get some yardage to get a first down.
It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Balmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
It's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to